What's up, everybody? It is Coach Cryptos. As you guys know me from Telegram and Discord, I just wanted to stop by and create a little video basically highlighting one of our new features that is going to be available on November 16th. Currently, right now, we are in testnet phase. So BitCash Gold will be coming here in the next month. And in the meantime, like I said, we're in testnet phase, so it's a good opportunity to go ahead and update your wallets, mess around with the new protocol, see exactly how it works, help us out and see if you can find any bugs or whatnot. So it's a really good opportunity right now to get ahead of the curve with it. And I wanted to be a part of it, and I also wanted to take the time, to make a video and basically start highlighting some of our features as they come through. So BitCash Gold will be a part of our BitCash stable protocol, and it works very similar to what you guys have already been accustomed to here over the last 3 months, 4 months or so since June, since we introduced BitCash Dollar. BitCash Gold bring a third currency to the blockchain for us, and will be an excellent long-term store value option, as it works in conjunction with the price of gold. And I just want to make sure that we're very clear with our project. We don't have a big vault of gold. We don't have a big vault of actual dollars. We are pegged to the US dollar. We are pegged to gold, meaning we just basically use that price structure. And we'll look in the videos and we'll talk about that here. We'll look in the wallet. We'll talk about that a little bit more. If you have not updated your wallet, please go to choosebitcash.com. Top right corner, download wallet version 0.17.21, and then you can play around in here. Like I said, nothing is actually live until November 16th. Obviously, your regular functions, send, receive, will all work, but the BitCash Gold itself is not going to be live until November 16th. But you can go to Testnet, and that's what we're going to do here today. So if you need to hit the pause button real quick, download everything, go ahead and do that, upload everything. Make sure that you use the bootstrap. That'll save you a ton of time. And like I said, hit the pause button, wait real fast until everything is done, and hit the play button and we'll catch on up. Okay, so if you already have the update and you do want to play around and see how this functions, here's what you are going to do. You're going to come to settings, options, wallet. And so basically what I'm saying right now is you're in the actual normal BitCash wallet. This is going to get you to testnet. This is the way I tend to do it. There's other ways to do that. You'll just type in testnet equals 1. Then you go to file save. All right. And you hit OK. Then you'll close your wallet. All right. Let it shut down properly. Reopen your wallet. And then you will be in testnet. And one of the things that you'll notice is that, that BitCash logo as it comes up, as the client opens, will be like purple and lime green instead of your typical blue and gold BitCash logo. So that will be the first thing. And then otherwise you'll have some of this branding here that says testnet, lets you know that you're in that testnet area. Cool. So now you're in testnet. It'll take about 2 minutes tops, maybe maybe a little bit of somewhere around there, to sync the headers, etc. And once you've done that, you'll be fully synced. Now, obviously, you're in testnet, so you'll have a different wallet. You won't have any balances. So what you're going to want to do next is come to help, go to the debug console. You're going to come in here. You're going to type in generate 120. All right, that'll create 120 blocks for you. I'm not going to do that right now because it'll just be a bunch of transactions and you'll see a bunch of pinning and immature blocks. And I've already done that to save some time here. And so pretty much that'll take a few hours for all those transactions to come through. So you can type in generate 10 blocks, and it takes less time. So anyways, like I said, I've already done these steps. And so that's why I have quite a bit of BitCash and gold and stuff kind of floating around here. So let's talk about what's going on now. The biggest change that you see here in the wallet is that you still have your BitCash balance here, but now you see this fluctuating screen, or the screen that's just switching back and forth between your BitCash gold and your BitCash dollar balance. Okay, now this is the stable protocol. This is the what we're going to be able to mint and burn to and from. And so this is where things get really, really exciting. Okay, so just to do a quick review of this area here, you have your value of your wallet, the total supply, and we'll have a gold and dollar supply that will be fluctuating and switching back and forth. And then the block height, you have what you have available. Always BitCash will be displayed, and then you'll be switching back and forth between gold and dollar. You have your pending amount, you have your immature amount, and if you just generated blocks, then most likely you have quite a bit there in your immature amount. It's just going to be waiting to hit those blocks. Put the BitCash into your wallet. All right, and then lastly, you have these. Well, not lastly, but you have these nice, cool buttons you can click whenever you want to mint and burn anything. From BitCash to dollar, or dollar to gold, or vice versa. So you have those buttons there, and then right here you have your balance of gold and BitCash are switching back and forth. And lastly, you have the price. Okay, and so to get the gold price, we have a simple API call that goes to CoinMarketCap, pulls the price of gold off, plugs it into the wallet, and so you can always just keep an eye on the price there. And the cool thing is, if you go from dollar to gold or gold to dollar, it's spot price. So whatever the price of gold is, every time you go from dollar to gold, it's always going to be that exact price. So essentially, if you took $20 or 20 BitCash dollars and said, I'm going to go to gold, all right, never mind, I'm going to go back. Never mind, I'm going to go back. You won't lose anything except a transaction fee to go back and forth between gold and send that on the blockchain, right? Excuse me. Now, this video here is not about BitCash dollar, but I think it's important to kind of discuss the difference here, because it does come into effect whenever you want to go from BitCash to BitCash gold. So when it fluctuates back, you'll see two different prices, almost 3.5 cents and then almost 3 cents. So essentially, when you go from BitCash to BitCash dollar, it's always going to use the lowest price, whether that's a spot price or 7-day average. Okay, so one number is the spot price. In this instance, I don't know the best way to say this, 3.7 cents is the spot price at the moment. Obviously, we're moving in a great direction because the 7-day average was 2.9 cents. Okay, a little less than 3 cents. So if you were to convert over, it's going to use the 7-day average right at this very moment. Okay, so you would convert BitCash to BitCash dollars, and it would be every BitCash that you have that you're trying to convert is going to be worth 2.9 cents. Now, okay, if you were to say, like using the example I used earlier, you wanted to go back, you change your mind, you wanted to convert your BitCash dollars back to BitCash, it's going to convert them at 3.7 cents. And what you're going to find is you're going to have a chunk of BitCash that you lost, depending on how much you converted back and forth. And you're going to be scratching your head. You're going to be wondering why. Okay. The reason it's set up like this is at this very moment, you look at, honestly, our project is actually picking up some significant volume over the last couple of weeks, but our volume has not been tremendous here as we implemented BitCash stable initially. And so what that does is it gives us kind of this game you have to play in order to be able to manipulate the system, and it makes it very, very difficult, because essentially if we use spot price, right, then what a person could do is have enough BitCash, right? So if you have a big holder, they could essentially mint a bunch of BitCash dollars, take some more BitCash, go dump the price, okay? Because it wouldn't take a whole lot because there's not a ton of volume. So the liquidity or just, the lack of liquidity will allow for that price just to go down significantly. They come back to their wallet, mint a bunch of BitCash, all right? So that thing drives up, and then they could just rinse and repeat until they've basically created some hyperinflation and built a ton of BitCash dollars for themselves. And so we did a hard fork shortly after we initially implemented the BitCash stable phase and BitCash stable protocol. about a month afterwards, we did a hard fork that put in this two price system that allowed for some safeguarding for manipulation. So it's worked pretty good. It's definitely deterred people, and it's very, very, very hard to do that now. And as the volume continues to increase, as we come out with more features, begin to get more and more people involved in BitCash, and the liquidity increases and the volume increases and things like that, then what you'll see is we'll be able to use a shorter price average, and then hopefully you get to the point where the price is doing great, the volume, liquidity is doing great, and you can just use spot price, and then that'd be ideal. You can go back and forth, and you won't have to worry about losing anything. But right now, it's just a safeguard. But with gold, there's no manipulation, right? You can't manipulate the price. You can't sink the price of gold and or increase the price of gold and manipulate the system. So now you're able to go back and forth with the spot price. Now, why is all this important? Number one, that's just a little tidbit for anybody that's new to the project or anybody that doesn't quite understand why you have two prices there. Number two, that's important because if you go back and forth between dollar and gold in BitCash, right? So BitCash dollar, BitCash gold, then you're not going to lose it. You can go back and forth all day. But if you were to go from BitCash to BitCash gold, BitCash goes to BitCash dollar, then goes to BitCash gold, whether you choose to or not. It's going to be kind of a part of that phase. And so you would essentially not see the same price reflected going back and forth. So it's just something worth noting. If you want to go to gold, just make sure you're looking at the price from BitCash to BitCash dollar, okay? Because that does make a significant impact if you're trying to go BitCash directly to BitCash gold. So, anywho, and then last little tidbit just to help you out. If you look at that price there, like I said, it was 3.7 cents to 2.9 cents. Whenever those two prices are really, really close to each other, that's when you want to make your transactions from BitCash to BitCash dollar, because that's about as close to $1 USD as you're going to get, since it's pegged to that price. The further they are, the further you want to be away from that. And the more that you'll find yourself scratching your head about where your BitCash went, okay? So that should make a ton of sense for you right there. And if not, feel free to ask questions during the Discord channel. All right, but real quick, I went ahead and made quite a few transactions so you can actually just see this thing in action just a little bit. Right now, if you have your wallet open, you still have to wait for the blockchain to get you some blocks, etc. So here's what you want to do, okay? First, you're going to want to, you can do whatever you want to do. If you just created this, you only have BitCash in the wallet. So first thing you want to do is go BitCash to BitCash dollar. That's very simple. Dollar at blockchain address and our nickname, and then you send however much BitCash that you have. So for instance, I just send over 500 BitCash. Okay, so that's going to put $14 into my account. I hit send, wait for transaction confirmation. Okay, cool. Well, now all of a sudden that's going to be pending for a little bit, and this is why I did this early, because this can take minutes or whatever. I already have some dollars in my balance. So cool. It's already over. Already over there. So I do have some BitCash dollars available. So now I want to go dollar to gold. I think I just missed it. But just understand here, you don't have to click that button. I just like clicking the button because it predetermines exactly where everything is going, and also gives me the description line right there. But if I want to go to dollar to gold, I come over here, and all it's going to do is go gold at blockchain address or my nickname. And just like you send me $1, and let's say it says I have $44 available in my balance. Cool. Well, I'm going to buy $44 worth of gold. All right. So I'm going to click the send button. Wait for the transaction to come through. Once again, this is going to show as pending here, and all that good stuff. Obviously, it shows the value there in the balance, but unfortunately, I can't really do a ton with it right now until it's actually out of the stage and just clear through the blockchain. So it just takes a little bit of time. But now I have 0.03 worth of gold, and so just like crypto, right? You don't have to buy one whole gold bar. You can buy pieces at a time. You can or you don't have to buy the equivalent, right? Because this is pegged, you're not literally buying gold, but you can buy pieces at a time until you get the equivalent of one or more. It doesn't matter. So essentially, however much, whatever that value is of BitCash gold that I have sitting in my wallet, let's say gold price shoots up, man, I could take a profit, send it back to BitCash dollar, go back and wait for my BitCash dollar prices to sink, take it back to BitCash. And so it's just like I said, another opportunity to store some value for the long term. So once again, these buttons just make it very, very, very easy. You can just come to the wallet and use those, gold at whatever the address is, Coach Cryptos. You can do dollar at Coach Cryptos, however you want to send those things back and forth. So it's very, very cool there. These transactions will be pulling through. I got a little gold there. Let's say I did want to go back from gold, go 002 and go ahead, send 3, 2, 1. Like the overview. And once again, it goes to pinning, but it's just that simple to kind of go back and forth. It's all right here at your hands, whether you want to hold USD, gold, cryptocurrency. You just got more options. So works pretty seamless. Hop into Discord, give this a try, play around with it, find any bugs, find any issues, make sure to communicate with us and let us know what issues that you're having and what you like, what you dislike, what can make it better. And we hope to continue to find new cool ways to make BitCash an awesome project. Okay, so that's kind of all I have for right now, just to get you going on Testnet. If you are done with Testnet, here's how you get out of this whole deal: settings, options, open up big file, right? Delete the line. Gone, it's gone. File save. Exit out of Testnet wallet. Next time you open it up, you see the nice, pretty blue and gold BitCash logo, and then you'll be good to go. You'll be back in your normal wallet. All right, man. I'll say this is my first time I've ever really made a actual tutorial type video with myself on here. I've done some stuff in terms of marketing and creating some of the BitCash videos, but this is the first time I just sat down and verbally talked over a video and things like that. So I think what we're going to do is start compiling a lot more of these videos that highlight all of these amazing functions that we got. So as new people continue to come to the community, they can know how to create a nickname or send via Twitter or claim via Twitter, print bills, set recurring payments. I could talk on and on and on about all the cool things we got. So anyways, we're going to start creating a few more videos for use to help people get acclimated to our project and our ecosystem. We will see you next time. Please drop any notes in Discord if you got any questions. Thanks.